You know, one thing I learned, man, is people, visionary, especially, you know, people that have faith or whatever, you know what I mean? They believe in their visions. So, let's say, for instance, let's use Dame Dash and Jay-Z, right? Let's use them two, for example. Clearly, if you know the two, you know the story, they started out together, you feel me? The bus come by, man, laugh. They got to drive the bus. Did that person make it or not? Let's use the bus driver, for example. The kids got to go to school, so we need a bus driver. So is that person dreaming destiny to become a millionaire, billionaire, whatever, get a house, you know, whatever. Why that person just can't drive that bus? So anyway, Dame Dash and Jay-Z, we'll use them for example. One vision was, his vision was a community vision. Like, so his vision was, let's use this for example, because I relate to his vision, but I also know people like Jay-Z, right? So Dame Dash's vision was to, like, say, it don't matter what they had, $10, $100, $1,000. If they had $1,000, if it was 3 people, that means in his mind, like, even though the money is his account, he might be making the moves, but he know he only got $333 and 33 cents, 34 cents, and they got 333 and 33 cents each. That's his mind. So when they go out, it ain't like he's feeding it, he just managing it. So when he goes out, you know, he get bread. He don't never get himself a steak and tell them to eat a burger because they ain't got money. They all eat steaks. You feel what I'm saying? You understand what I'm trying to say? So even if you ain't got no bread, you around somebody like Dame Dash, you have what he has. You have access to what he has. You have, you know, whatever he has access to, you have that. But you also have to work. So say if he's working and he's painting, he's also going to divide those responsibilities out evenly as well. Because he's treating it as one, like he's treating it as a unit. You know what I mean? Although he's an individual, but that's his mind, his community. That was Jesus Christ's mind. That was Prophet Muhammad's mind. You got to understand the minds of people that want to gather together. So some people, even if they might have the opportunity to leave somewhere, say somebody's from California and say, hey, you know, like Redman or something, he stood in Jersey. Hey, you know, we want you to come out here, we give you $4 billion. Or like how America does with, you know, I'm using this as an example, I'm bridging it. How America does with all these doctors and stuff, they offer them all this money to come over here. So they buy them out of, you know, basically their destiny in their community. They buying them out their community. So that's what's being done. So Dame Dash wouldn't take that. You know, somebody like, I'm just saying, I don't really know him, but his mind, you know, studying him. Somebody like Dame Dash is not going to take that money to leave. He's going to remain in his build. So although he could individually get $1 billion perhaps in Asia, because they know how valuable his mind is and they can build it. They got the money, so they're going to support it because they got the money. Even though he could get $1 billion, he chose to stay with only $333. Some people with the Jay-Z mindset is going to say, oh, that's stupid. Just like they asked him the question, go with the money. Conversation with Jay-Z and the money ain't nothing. I can tell you that the money, because that he's letting you know exactly who he is. Nothing wrong with that. But that's who he is. So that's also why he blasphemes Jesus Christ and stuff like that. Or you think he does that? Call himself Jehovah. He runs with money. Because if somebody like Dame Dash, he builds it, you know, the people around him as well. Jay-Z, he builds people around him, but to remain in that power because he always is on top of you. You know what I mean? He always gonna be on top of you. So people with money, like, that's like a boss. A boss versus a partner. Partner is Dame Dash's mindset. Bosses, like Amazon, that's Jay-Z mindset. People like that, Amazon. People like Elon Musk. Yeah, you had an idea, but all the people build it. You know what I mean? Like all the people. What about the troubleshooter who told him, oh yeah, you can't do that? The engineer. He told him exactly what to do with the car. He told him, you got to navigate like, oh, no, you can't do that. You got somebody getting paid $40,000 a year saying, telling them how to make $40 billion, but she only still making $40,000. So it's just a difference. You know what I'm saying? So when we try to build a community, you got those who think individually, those who want to rob the people in the community, take the shit that people, work hard for, all of that shit. Shooting up cars like they did at, in Camp Estella Plaza the other night, while we trying to have a community event. We got studios, we have mentorship programs, we have youth programs that's free for children that people not taking advantage of in the community here in Hampton Roads, in Virginia. They rather, cause destruction. You feel me? They legalized the weed, so you got to pay attention to that. Yeah, I smoke too, but it's not going to control my destiny, or that's the only thing I'm going to do. No, I'm going to, at the end of the day, that's it. You know what I mean? I decide to do what I do. When I do it and why I do it. Does it have control? No. Stop at any moment. You know what I mean? Sometimes it does have control. But at the end of the day, you put your mind to something, you stop at any moment, because that's not what I'm doing. Depending on the situation and the environment. Easily remove myself from that type of environment. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like Bob Marley said, everybody do stuff for their own reasons. Just like people take a drink, just like people have sex, just like people read a book, like people go to the beach. We natural human beings, we need to be around water. You know what I'm saying? But that's if you have access to the water, means of transportation to get into the water, a schedule that permits you to get to the water, and everybody's situation is different. People say to eat this, do this, drink that. You know what I mean? But you gotta have the access and the means, The city really cared about the community, the black community, especially here, in Virginia. The plazas wouldn't be dirty as it was. It wouldn't be a lack of police. It wouldn't be a lack of communication. The police here don't even talk to the people. Let's be clear, they have no communication. They don't even know how to interact with the people. They think that they're above and everybody else. It's like a prison system. My mind is here and you're there. But no, we living in the same city. So you got the Dame Dashes and you got the individuals. Some people get their families and they got, wealth for their families, but their neighbor don't got running water. But they have the means and the access to, you can't really say, oh, I did this. Man, first of all, you was blessed with what you had. You know what I'm saying? And somebody helped you along the way. And somebody else had to see your value to even pay you or get you there. Somebody else had to see that value. Whether it was people or whatever the case may be. Yeah, you put forth the effort. So people even put too much on a self. Because the only reason you make money is because people spend it. And people spend money because they like your stuff. So respect the people that like your stuff. Just because you put it out and you create it and you think it's great, they don't have to think it's great. We don't have to buy it. We don't have to subscribe to the Yankees or anything like that. We support. You feel me? That's why it's good to have promo deals and all that. But anyway, went on to a different subject. You feel me? Because there's a lack of value and understanding in people, and people think that you got to be this way. That's why I mentioned Dame Dash and Jay-Z. First of all, it's just different types of people. Different type of people. Understand that? There's different type of people. Some people got faith, and some people want people to believe in what they believe. That's cool. They give you, I want people to believe that. Yeah, I want you to believe Jesus Christ came, died. I want you to believe that he came and he died for our sins. Why? I want you to believe that there's a God, you feel me, that wouldn't ask you to do something that he is not willing to do. He asked Abraham. He told us. He showed in all the scriptures. Now, whether you want to choose to believe, man wrote it. You a man, you talk. Shall we believe what you say? Just because you talk it, you wrote it, whatever. And somebody record you is documented. Somebody catch you on YouTube, whatever, or Instagram, everybody got phones now, they document and they can write that. So everybody just lying. But anyway, y'all choose to believe what y'all want to believe. But yeah, God not going to ask you to sacrifice something that he's not willing to sacrifice. His greatest son did. And that's why I believe God and Jesus Christ is separate. Come on now. If God, the master of the universe, can do anything, turn to any chameleon, he could be this, he could be that, he could be that, then what really is the sacrifice of God coming down himself and making that sacrifice? Yeah, he sacrifice a piece of himself. That's like a mother sacrificing her son. So he asked Abraham to sacrifice his son. Why do you think God wouldn't sacrifice his son? his son. You feel me? It's easy to sacrifice yourself. It's an easy thing to do. I could jump in front of a car, you know, my person I named after. Not saying that it's not worthy, it's not worthy or anything like that. No, I'm saying. Somebody asked me, yo, who's gonna go first? What you gonna say? We gonna kill you or your 3-year-old son? You gonna be like, kill me, kill me. I mean, a father, you know, they're gonna say that. So, if I sacrifice myself, no, the greatest sacrifice was sacrificing my son, and I gotta live and watch that. Y'all think what y'all want to think. But that's why I believe Jesus Christ is the Son, not only because he said he's the Son. He's the Son shining on us. Jesus Christ is the Son of the Creator. The perfect being, the one that he created, the one that was pure, sacrificed himself for you, came down. Father watched him. Why you forsake me? Damn, I loved you like the most. Why you forsake me? Come on, man. Jesus Christ is not God. But anyway, he is a God, the King, the Master, Redeemer, gonna control, gonna give, God gives. He gives the world to him. Yeah, you sacrifice for them. I'll give you the world. That's why I'd rather believe in that God. That's what I'd rather believe. I'd rather believe in a God that would sacrifice something that he loved so much and he watched it. That's a sacrifice for me. That's what I'd rather believe. If you're going to ask me what God do you rather believe, I'd rather believe in a God that actually had a perfect son, that his blood purified us. I'd rather believe in that God than a God who transformed himself and did it the easy way because he knew he was going back to being God. Anyway, talking too much now, making too much sense to me. Peace. 12 o'clock, 12 disciples.